Three women break down.
Three women break down life as mothers, wives, and boss bitches, all while keeping it together with coffee, duct tape, therapy, smut books, and each other.
Get the kinks out with us.
Fuck my life. Hi, it's your favorite trio, Mars, Shug, and Jeej, back with another episode of Kinks Out. And it's spooky season. So we are going to chat all things Halloween on today's episode.
Ooh.
That was a really good ghost sound.
My favorite thing.
Before we really dive in, because do you guys like Halloween? Because I feel like I like fall and I like the idea of Halloween, but I don't like to be scared.
I'm obsessed. Halloween.
You guys
That's
do
my jam.
family costumes, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We do it up big. I spend way too much money on Halloween, but it brings me joy. So
it brings me joy too. No, I'm a big fan. I'm the same though as you. Like, Shug, do you like being scared? Because I do not. I will not watch scary movies. Like, as scary as I get is like Halloween Town.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus, where they're, sacrificing a virgin. Oh no,
No,
a
I
virgin
do
has to light the candle.
Oh yeah. No, I do really like Halloween scary movies, but I do not like haunted houses. And it might be PTSD because I've been kicked out of haunted houses before for punching and kicking.
Oh my god.
The actors. I mean,
your fight or flight just kicks in and you're
yes,
I'm just gonna beat people.
Right.
I used to go to haunted houses as a kid, and not as a kid, but as a teenager, and they could smell my fear. And the actors and stuff, they knew I was scared because I would be sandwiched between two people, death grips on hands. We would go to Fright Night and stuff like that, and the chainsaw guy, no thank you. I realize it's not a real chainsaw, but in my mind, he was coming to saw me in half.
Yeah,
I do not like any of that. The idea of doing that now is no way.
You could not pay me enough. Do you remember? I mean, I'm sure they're still on, but do you remember those paranormal shows where they would put people with cameras and stuff overnight in these haunted old asylums or hospitals
Hard
or
no.
things like that? There is no amount of money in the world that you could give me to participate in that. There is just not.
Nope. No way.
And what about during the day? I toured the West, it's in West Virginia, but it's a super haunted penitentiary, and we toured it during the day and went to the lobotomy room, and they told us about all the ghosts that were there, and it was spooky, but it's still daylight. At night I would shit my pants for sure, but during the day it was okay. Could you do that?
I might be able to do it during the day, yes. Early mid-afternoon. No chance of it being dark out.
I'll just read the pamphlet. I'm fine. I'll get my facts that way.
Damn it. I was we could do an episode from the penitentiary and see whose voices we pick up in the back.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. Spooky. So with that, I just read with that. Now we're live from the penitentiary next week. Which is probably where we belong, honestly, at this point. The ghosts would be welcome, friends.
We have a few extra guests on this week's episode.
The ghosts would just be it's okay, you don't have to be scared, you're one of us. They would welcome us with open arms, for sure.
Oh no, I think it would need to be the asylum more than the penitentiary.
Oh yeah, it was an asylum. That's what it was.
I don't know what
I thought they were the same thing.
Penitentiary is a jail.
Yeah.
And an asylum is where the crazy people are. That's where we should go.
Yeah, that is it, for sure. I mean, either works at this point.
Right? At this point, it's I get 3 meals a day and I can just sit alone. Sold.
Read my book on my bunk. Okay.
Sign me up. Um,
Speaking of books.
Anyway, speaking of books, I read it. So you guys know that we read the sentient object books every now and then by Holly Wilde. She writes like basically any random object. She might have a book about it, but she just did a Halloween one and it just came out and it is called Hallowpeen. And it's a short story, but I read it and I have some highlights from it that I want to share with Shug. Um, so the book starts and they're at a bonfire on Halloween, and there's like they're telling scary stories, and this one girl tells this scary story about how like several years ago, one of her friends knew that there was like this urban legend where if you say Halloween 3 times, the
No,
Halloween
it's if you say ICUP.
ICUP. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Just read it last night. That's why I know. Sorry.
You're right. If they say ICUP several times, the Halloween shows up. Um, so the one girl's like, fine, I'll do it, whatever. And the Hallopeens show up. But I don't want to spoil it for you because I actually I thought it was a funny book. Like, I did not dislike this, but I have some lines I want to share with you, Shug. Okay. Are you ready?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When you said when they show up, so are there plural?
Yes, there's 3 Hallopeens. And they're like jack-o'-lantern men. With like huge gourds for peeps, basically. So
what happens is I think it's whatever house you're at that you say I cup 3 times. Whatever the jack-o'-lanterns that they have like outside of their house.
Those are the ones that come to life. Yes. Are you ready?
Oh, man.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I don't particularly like monsters or horror movies, but there's something about demons that freaks me out the most. If I were in charge of story time, everyone would be sharing adventures with masked men who give out hand necklaces and call you princess. Unfortunately, I'm not, so it's a night of fright and chills. That was the first thing, just because I liked it. I was like, I could get on board with that story.
Yeah.
The next one.
That sounded scarier to me than the first. I'm more scared now than I'll be the rest of the time.
I don't know. I would wait. The Halloween comes and jacks you off at night, refusing to leave until your peen is as hollow as his soul. That was just a kid mocking a story. So this is where it gets serious. Okay. Oh my gourd! The carved pumpkins lining the stairs have come to life.
And you're like, oh.
Okay, so the pumpkins are alive. The hand. This is what you like. This one. The hand holding mine gives me a gentle squeeze, and I look down and notice his fingernails are manicured pumpkin seeds.
I mean, she does a really great job of painting this picture.
She does. Oh, I could see it.
Yeah.
It's not painted enough for me yet. Wait a second. Are they long legs? Short legs?
They're big.
Well, they're big. They're big. They're big pumpkin men. Like they describe their bodies as being like hard pumpkin-y, and like you know how pumpkins have like veins, like sort of, or like the lines. Like she uses like the green pumpkin-y veins type of deal, and their heads are jack-o'-lanterns, so they have like jack-o'-lantern teeth and stuff like that. But they're like very nice. They're nice. Yeah, I mean, but like pumpkin men.
They're nice.
Wait, the next one's my favorite. His engorged gourd hood's orange surface is flicked with froth like a whipped topping on a pumpkin spice latte. And I would just like to point out that I am drinking a pumpkin spice latte right now, and I did not think this through.
I actually also am. And that,
oh my gosh.
Listen, I kept a couple too. I have to share this one because now that you said coffee, I've always been a coffee girl, but being teabagged like this is more electrifying than any seasonal latte.
I have that one highlighted too.
Like, I am unwell. Holly, you're an angel.
Yep. Pinching my nipple between his fingers like he's sealing pie crust edges.
Oh
Dead.
my
If you
God.
all could see Shug right now, she's just hanging her head.
As I drink down every drop, I notice that his cum is made of pumpkin seeds the size of mini chocolate chips.
Why? Why can't it just be smooth puree? Why does it have to have chunks?
Wait, then so then there's another like character. He's called the Candy Man, and I don't have a ton of information about him, but I did want to share this one. I have two. He's rock hard for me, literally because his cock is made of crystallized sugar. He strokes his hot pink sugar stick as he climbs back onto the bed. The way the edges jut out in every direction like a geode has me anticipating the way he's about to excavate my cave.
Yep. She went there.
All right, last one then. Last one, and then I want you people to go read this book. Because, well, for me, I have one more, and then G has
Same
one.
one as yours. Yeah, I want to see if it's the same as yours. Go ahead.
He reaches under his plastic skirt, and with a quick fluid motion, he rips his condom off his rigid form. A latex pop fills the air as a gigantic bag of gummy bears comes out, neatly packaged in his wrapper.
Yep. So I can transition into that so wonderfully. I savor my monster's cummy gummy. I mean, we couldn't have asked for that to piece together perfectly enough.
That did really go. And that's not even all that I have, but I don't want to spoil it for people because honestly, if you're looking for like a funny Halloween book, read this because I read it in just like one sitting real quick. It's, you know, the same as how we read Poseidon that quick. It was funny and I really liked it. I thought it was just like a funny book.
It was very entertaining.
It
What
was.
are your questions, Shug?
The gummy guy is different than the jack-o'-lantern guy?
Yes. So like, yeah, so the legend has it, if like you don't eat, if all the candy isn't out of your Halloween bowl at midnight, the Candy Man comes. He is the Candy Man, and this other character did not
his
take
name's
all of
like
her candy out.
Man Candy or something like that.
Oh, that's it.
He used to be like the farrier between these two, the ferryman like between these two worlds or whatever. And like there's more to it than just like what we're saying. So yeah, like I said, just read it and you'll
read it.
But
it's
a different character who's important to the story.
He is. It's all important.
I'm going to use this as my excuse to eat all the candy the night of Halloween before I go to bed. Because I do not want Candy Man visiting.
Explored. Unless you want his geode to explore your cave.
I do not, no.
So that's what I read. And I think that if you're looking for a funny Halloween book, Holly Wilde, she did it again. So thank you, Holly.
I'm never going to look at those things from Lowe's. Like, you know how they have the skeletons, the big skeletons? And now they have the ones with the pumpkin heads. Like,
that's probably what it looks like.
Yeah, never going to look at that the same. I think you need to put 3 of those in your front yard, Jeej.
Absolutely. I'm in.
Jeej, you have a yard for a big skeleton.
Gordy, Jax, and Hal.
Yeah.
Done. I
couldn't remember their names.
Done. Like I said, I just read it last night when I was putting the kids to bed. So, boom.
Hilarious.
Not to them. Like reading it to myself.
You're like, all right, kiddos. I'm gonna read you a book. Oh, that's funny.
Dear Lord.
We do. Okay, so next up we have favorite costume from like when we were younger or, you know, things like that. What do you got?
Okay. I mean, in college or like in your 20s or whatever, what did you guys dress up as? Because like fucking obviously I dressed up as a Playboy bunny at one point. Like I feel like
of course you did.
Obviously, yeah.
Oh, How awful.
My costume, literally, like in college, I went as Mama from Mama's Family. Like, that's the type of costume I went as. Like, I was as far from sexy as possible.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Why does that not surprise me?
I know. I feel like I'm not surprised by that actually. But and I love it. The one that stands out the most to me for myself is I did the Tom Cruise Risky Business with like the white
Nice.
button down and white socks. But I was 20 years old when I did this, and I was like the designated driver to take friends to like Halloween parties at bars and stuff. And I drove everybody around this entire night with no pants on. Like I wore no like this is the memory I have of it. It's like going to different Halloween parties in October. White shirt, socks, and that was it. And like I just
Yeah.
didn't wear pants. Like what if I had gotten pulled over? Or like what if I needed to like get gas? I don't even remember having pants with me. It's like I left my apartment with no pants and went about my night, I guess. But I did another one that at the same time I did that, the guy I was dating was like, I don't want to dress up, but I have a costume. And he had a nightstand like that you put beside your bed that his dad had cut a hole in and it fit over his shoulders. And he had a lampshade on his head. And then he hung pairs of my underwear off of it. And he was a one night stand.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it.
Big hit. Big hit. And this was not pimp. So if he's listening, pretend I didn't say any of that because he likes to think that he likes to think that nothing existed before him. It was funny.
Well, at least that year did you have on pants that year? So he could use your
It was
underwear?
the same year. It was the same year. I did wear like boy short underwear under the white button down. So I
Listen,
wasn't just like
you don't have to justify it to me. I'm pretty sure that every one of my 20-year-old costumes did not contain pants. So
Yeah. I was gonna say you still had more clothes on than Juge did.
that's true. I mean, I wore the button down, unbuttoned pretty low.
Literally everything I did was slutty. It's fine.
I'm a
Like, you
mouse.
were like,
Duh.
slutty mouse. Yeah, like it was just like slutty was the first word of every costume that I
Mhm.
wore in my 20s.
Yep.
I did go as a zombie Laguna Beach girl one year. So I just had the pop collar, but then I had like zombie scars all over my face. I, no matter what, I took it to a level that it was not hot at all.
That I love everything about you. I really do. Like me, in my mind, it was like, how can I make this so slutty? Like I remember being a teenager and wearing like a nurse costume that like my butt cheeks definitely hung out of, and I was in high school. Like I'm just hoeing it up. I cannot see myself. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, first of all, I had to have been fucking cold.
No. I remember like being downtown, like freezing, but you're like, I can't wear a coat over this costume because it'll ruin it. So
Ruin it. That's why I couldn't wear pants.
we always had a Halloween party whenever I was in my 20s, like me and my girlfriends up at our house. And the one year I was Taylor Swift and I just like walked around like with a guitar the whole time, which
That's
also
it.
probably
Just a
isn't.
guitar.
No, like I had on one of her. You know what? One of the funniest stories of this is so it was up at my house and my little brother and his girlfriend came, who's now his wife, like they're high school sweethearts. And they came to this party for, I think it was like the first or second year that they came. And we're just partying, having fun. I have on like that Fearless, like just the sparkle, like fringy dress that I had bought specifically for this. And we party, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I walk upstairs and I go to bed, and my sister-in-law is like she wasn't my sister-in-law then, but like she like follows me up to like quote put me to bed or whatever. And she said I just like crawled into like the bed, laid on top of it, and just like put my arms across my chest like I was like a mummy or like a Dracula or something, and just like laid down. She's like, you just like laid down and went to sleep with your arms crossed over your chest. She's like, and then I saw you in the morning. She's like, that was it. You were just like, I'm done. I went to bed.
That's how I always was too. Like I would like recall being out at bars and being like, "I'm done now. Let's go home." And like that was
Yeah.
it. Like there was no negotiating with me. It was like they knew that if they
Yeah.
didn't take me home, it was gonna get ugly. So I would just be like, "Done. Let's go." Yep.
Then there was me crawling home at at 4 a.m. in my mama's my mama's wig. 4
I can picture this so
my moo
vividly.
and my mama's family wig.
Oh
I
my
think what's
God.
great now is that Jeej and I love muumuus and we wear them all the time. And
Yeah.
you wore them as a costume, and we wear them for serious now.
Yeah, for real life.
As we talk
Sometimes my
about dressing like total sluts.
yeah, and now I'm like, Moo, throw on some hoops, dress it up. Moo, throw on some boots,
Exactly.
dress it up. My mom sometimes calls
Exactly.
me Mrs. Roper from when I have on my Moo from Three's Company. Google, you'll
Mrs.
understand.
Roper.
Anyway, oh,
I
did you guys do couples costume?
I made Pim do a
What were
couple's
you?
costume last year. And oh, it was great. It wasn't great. It was very last minute. We were getting ready to take the kids trick or treating, and I have like, a one piece fleece outfit that looks like a deer. And I bought it to be a
Oh my
jerk
god.
because my husband Hines. So it was cold out that night. So I like put this on and I looked at him and he's like, nope. And I'm like, yes. I made him put on his camo one piece that he wears hunting and go trick or treating. And I was the deer and he was the hunter. But even worse than that is that I made him pose for pictures with me. So there's pictures of me like very enthusiastically trying to like prance away from him. And he is just standing behind me looking miserable.
Why does this track so well? I can picture
I'll
this
send
in my
them to
mind.
you guys. Yeah, I took it like I was like, look how cute, I have a tail. And he was just like staring at me, not super amused with it, but he did it begrudgingly. So other than that, no, I don't that was the only time I've done a couple's costume, I think, that I can remember.
We were uh Travis Kelsey and T Swift last year.
I love
Natch.
that.
Yeah. And also when we went trick or treat, my daughter was also Taylor Swift. She was the Lavender Haze version of Taylor Swift, and then I did the folklore, like the cape, the green cape when she's like dancing
So
around. I
good.
actually have one, and we trick or treated with that. And she would always play Willow, and like I would like hold one of those glass balls, and I mean, I'm like into this.
Let's do a group costume this year and go trick or treating together.
Oh
Yes.
my
All right,
gosh.
Shook, have you done any couples costumes
Oh yeah,
or
every
lazy
year. I
boot?
mean, I have like 3 or 4 costumes every year. When Sugar Shop opens, there will be an entire section of Halloween costumes that I have spent far
Yes.
too many dollars on. But last year we were Tanya and Greg from White Lotus, and the year before that we were Jess and Nick from New Girl. What else have we?
I love this.
Now I
I
can't
love
remember.
this.
Yeah, we were Game of Thrones. We were whatever their names are.
Khaleesi
We were
and Aquaman.
no
Cal
from Game of
Drogo
Thrones.
or
No, no, and then we did Harry Potter. I was what the old lady's name, and he was Snape. Is that his name? Snape.
Were you
yeah,
Professor
Professor Snape.
McGonagall?
Yes, yes,
I love that.
yeah.
I love
This is
Harry Potter so
the
much.
right now. My Amazon cart has $400 worth Halloween costumes in it to go with our theme for this year.
What
Can you
is it?
tell
What's
us
the
what
theme
your
for
theme
this
is?
year?
Can you tell us?
This year the kids, because I figure this is probably one of the last years that I can get my son to do this. They're all going to be Ghostbusters, and I'm going to be Slimer. Mike's gonna be whatever what is it, the Muffin Man, or what is his name?
The Michelin
Oh,
Man thing.
no.
Yes. So we have big blow up Slimer and Michelin Man costume. And then, Gigi, I'm gonna need you to come to our local mansion and take pictures of us outside.
I'm not
And I'm
kidding.
gonna
I will be there.
and I'm gonna Photoshop Ghost in the window.
Yes.
Oh, and we
This
did the
I
Home Alone
Hell
family.
no.
We did the Home Alone family. That was one of my favorites. This is a big deal.
We've always wanted to do Super Mario because one year my boys, before our youngest was born, they were Mario and Luigi one year. And we always
Aw.
said it would be funny to make Pimp be Bowser.
Yes.
And I was going to be Princess Peach, but now I have a 3-year-old daughter, so she could be Princess Peach, and the boys could be Mario and Luigi, and I could be Toad. I have a mushroom.
You need to be
Toad or Yoshi? Oh, you have Toad. You have the costume.
I could be
This is meant to be. This is meant to be.
Oh my God, Pim's gonna come home and be like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like, no way.
You,
Shug, add a Bowser costume to your cart.
Okay. Oh, look. Don't you worry.
guys,
Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
I need an idea for this year now.
We'll get you one. We gotta let's keep going though, because I could talk about this forever now. Apparently,
I know.
We were
I
the
love Halloween.
Goonies
I do.
too.
Oh my God, you guys are so cute.
I'll
that's
send
so
you
fun.
pictures of all the years. It's my
Please
favorite
do.
thing we do every year. Yes.
That's fun. That's such a fun core memory too.
My husband and I, for our wedding, we had like some like little bits of the Princess Bride in there.
Mm,
And what is his name? Yeah. Everybody
you
has
look
always said that.
you look like
What?
Princess Buttercup.
So that's the thing. And Wesley, my husband, people have always said that he looks like him.
He does look like him. Can I be the Six-Finger Man?
Yes, I would appreciate it. But we did that costume, that couple's costume one year. So anyway, yeah, we could totally talk about this forever. Anyway, yes. Obviously, everybody's going to be seeing some Halloween costumes on our socials. And you know what we can do, Shug? We'll post some like to know links because I was going to do that when we talk about our Halloween decorations. We can post some onto like our Amazon thing. So
Yeah, if you're
listeners
looking
can
for a
see.
theme, we'll do a
costume.
roundup of costumes. Shug's got you covered. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yes,
you can come to my
because
shop and just have them.
no, they can't come to the sugar shop. The sugar shop is just for us. All right, you people can buy your own.
Seriously, people, we'll do the like to know links. So, do you have any decorations in your Amazon cart, or do you already have a bunch at home, Shug?
I'm already decorated. I already have all my ghosts out.
Damn,
I ordered some bats to go on the garage that come tomorrow, and then we have to put out our little ghost projector. I do my whole house in just ghost. Cute little ghost.
I like that.
I do too. That's fun.
Do you do decorations?
Yeah, I've always just done fall for the most part, but my 3-year-old loves skeletons. To the point where like we drive around and look for the big ones in people's yards. There's actually a house that has one of the big ones that like comes out of the grass. Like it's just the big giant head and the arms. So we go past that like every other day. But I was at Target and I saw they have like a 4-pack. They're like not even a foot tall of like skeletons. And I bought them and now they just keep getting moved around my house like a skeleton elf on the shelf. And you can like
That's
pose them
cute.
down to this like they're really cute. Yeah, she'll keep moving them and like she'll come home and be like, where are they now? So I have my fall decor for the most part, and then skeletons is what I do.
I'm a bit of a freak. I'm like, We have like bats that are like 3D kind of that like are all over. Like I make it look like it's like, you know, like if you would walk into a cave and they like burst out and there's like a bunch of them. So like I have like 50 on one part of a wall that just like fan out. And then I hang witches' hats from the ceiling, like Harry Potter style. And I have size skeleton that he kind of just like pops around the house in different spots. And cat skeleton, I said it's the only cat we'll ever have.
That's funny.
And a couple other like animal skeletons. I mean, obviously not real. Like we're not like
She's got carcasses around her house.
yeah. And like witchy stuff. Like I have like, you know, different like glass balls and like potion things, like all these it's a big thing here.
I feel like I want to get bats because I have a spot in my house that would be good. And I love it. Do you remember that like in that reel? It wasn't a reel, it was a video forever ago with the little girl who was like freaking bats. I love Halloween.
Yes.
That's like I say that all of October. I'll be like freaking bats. Love Halloween. I think I'm gonna order bats too because the bottom of my steps would be really cool to have them.
Yeah, they're fun. We kind of get a
Oh,
kick out of it. So we also put like tombstones out in the front yard and spider webs. And now I'm gonna be adding 3 like jack-o'-lantern men, apparently. If I go find
I'll
some
help you
at
put
Home
them
Depot.
together. I bet there.
I
I
have
know that like we need to do that. You have a good yard for that.
a silly question. Were
Okay.
we a threesome last year at Halloween?
We were
a
not.
threesome yet? I didn't think so.
No.
This is
We
our
didn't
first
meet till
Halloween
Christmas.
together.
I
It's our
love
first
how
Halloween
close you
together.
got to the microphone.
Were we a threesome last Halloween? No,
Can
we
you?
were elves at Christmas time.
How did we survive? I don't know how I
It was very
liked without you
questionable.
guys.
It was a questionable life before this trio
I
came
mean,
about.
I probably got a lot more done, but
Right. We were all slightly more productive.
but I love you the same.
I'm like, let me do all this shit for my unpaid job. Not that I have a paying one anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but like, you know.
All right.
Do you listen to like Halloween music? Do you have like a Halloween soundtrack or anything like that? A burn CD, LimeWire
What is it?
playlist,
The
Napster?
Monster Mash on
Yes.
repeat.
Thriller.
I just like to say like play Halloween music and like stuff comes on and there's like the like the Michael Myers like tin, 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 tin,
That
tin.
already that just gave me the creeps.
Yeah, like I don't want to watch those movies, but like
Oh my god, I love those movies.
I
Those are
have
my
seen them
faves.
all though. Like which yeah, you're right. I've seen all of
That's
them. Thank you very
very
much. I
surprising.
have. So Pimp likes scary movies, and I will agree. There are certain ones I'll watch. Like I don't want to watch like the Amityville horror style, that type of deal where like they live in a house and like the dad goes crazy. Like I don't particularly like ones like that. The ones with like Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and stuff, like I don't like them. I'm not like gunning to watch them, but I prefer those to movies where like it seems too real sometimes. I still won't like walk up the steps by myself afterwards. And I need to leave the bathroom light on. But I'll be
I
okay.
can't do any of it.
None?
Nope. Like seriously, the closest I'll get is like Beetlejuice.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I would not imagine that for you.
I know.
I
I'm a big
cannot
old
watch
baby.
Well, I cannot watch anything where people get possessed because I legitimately think that if somebody in that movie is possessed, that the possession will come through the TV and I will then be possessed. Like I've been in a movie theater and realized it was a possession movie and like left in the middle because I was afraid if I stayed to the end that I would then be possessed as well. That and The Walking Dead, which I know is not a movie, but we got to a point we had to stop watching it because I had such a detailed zombie plan that I was like, if they're coming, every night I would look out the window. If we see them, we're going to sledgehammer the steps. It will take a long time for their bodies to build up to get up to the second floor. We can go.
Oh
And he was like, we're done. We're done with this.
Did you have a sledgehammer on your second floor?
No. That would have been good to have. But it was my plan.
There we go. I found the flaw in the plan. You're welcome, Glaze. You could watch The Walking Dead again.
It was a concept of a plan.
Oh my God, stop. The concept of a plan. I have the concept of a plan. Oh my God, I cannot. That was amazing, Shug. Use that for promo.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Do you have a bunker? Do you have would you have like a mini fridge upstairs or like
yes,
non-perishables?
I did at that point. Yeah. I was like storing food upstairs. Like,
no, you weren't.
Girls, I was a mess. It was, and it's not the fast moving zombies. I could care less about them because the fast moving zombies, I'm already dead. It does not matter. I do not move fast. The slow moving ones where I have a chance, that is where the problem lies.
Oh, dear Lord.
So,
that Shuggy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Tangent.
All right.
But no, you're not wrong with like feeling that way because if I watch a scary movie, our front door has glass window panes. And like if I was to watch something scary and try to walk past my front door, I would be terrified that like whoever the bad guy in that movie was would be standing right there.
When you guys were younger, did you do like seances and stuff at like sleepovers?
Yes, Bloody Mary 3 times.
I did not go to the bathroom at school from like first grade until 5th grade because of the whole Bloody Mary mirror thing. Like, I peed my pants at school multiple times because I was not go to the bathroom.
Oh my God. I had one of my best friends growing up. We always had sleepovers in her basement and there was like no windows. It could have been a bunker. And they had a bathroom down there. And again, it was like, you shut the door to that bathroom. It was dark. It was underground dark. And she would always be like, let's play Bloody Mary. And I probably almost shit my pants several times and I would be so scared to do it. And we always did it and nothing ever happened. I mean, her brother a couple times would like know we were down there and like come bang on the door and scare us. But like she would always be like, come on, we're gonna go do it. And I was always convinced like every time like that was the time the Bloody Mary was gonna show up.
See, I never did the Bloody Mary stuff. We always did like seances or stuff, and I have these vivid memories of us like going into the basement and like sitting in a circle and like holding hands and lighting candles and like trying to like
lighting the feathers because it's a board.
Well, yeah, we did use a feather stiff as a board before. I swear to God, friends levitated. But anyway, one of the times we tried, everyone's like, who do you want to try to like, talk to? And we picked Princess Diana. And we swear that when we were like, how did you die? All of a sudden, like the sound of like coins dropping everywhere happened. And we were like, money. Like we were fucking shook.
What, somebody hit her with a roll of quarters?
Did you take money? Did you take this to the British authorities? Have
you told Harry?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I just picture like you were literally looked like you were in The Craft when you were younger.
That movie scares the shit out of me. I will not watch The Craft. No way. We'll watch Practical Magic and like The Craft. Hard no. The whoever like the main witch character is in that, I forget the actress's name. She creeps me out. Like even just as a person, there's just something about her that like I cannot watch. Oh, just the idea of that movie makes me nervous. I can't. I cannot watch that movie.
That's a
I
classic.
Yeah, I feel like
It is a
maybe I need
classic.
to watch that. There's like Skeet Ulrich, Christine Taylor, Nev Campbell, um, Fairuza Balk. That's I
Yep,
think the
that's
Wait,
one that
her.
scares you.
yeah. There's just like her character in that movie is so creepy and just like she does it really, really well. And I cannot.
I'm intrigued by witchy things. Guys,
Oh, I would love to be
guys,
a witch.
did I tell you that when we went to the Ren Fair, I was gonna have my tarot cards read, and then I was like, it was like really busy there, and I didn't. And then I did this one thing where I like pulled a card, like you could just pull like one card. Well, we have something going on that like we need like good news for. That sounds like ominous, but whatever. And I swear to God, when I pulled the card, I like had this weird feeling. I don't like, do you ever do that kind of stuff where you like think about something and you go to do it and you like change your mind real quick and like, I don't know, the
Yes.
universe just feels, I don't know.
Yes.
Do you ever like a pull to things?
Hmm.
And that's what I did. And I got a card and it was like in meaning of like protection and like trust and things moving forward. And I was like crying at the Ren Fair. I was like, this is the card I needed. The universe delivered. Like, I believe in shit like that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
So I would love to have somebody like witchy on an episode.
Oh, I just thought of something I did once.
What?
I know. It goes along with this, and I kind of had forgotten about it. Have you guys ever heard of, they're called the Angel Ladies?
Why do I feel like I've heard that?
Like motorcycle gangs?
No, there's two older women, and they come and they just like, they're like, they can connect with like spirits type of deal.
Ooh.
Um, so when I was a kid, my mom passed away when I was 12. So I had one of my good friends growing up, her mom had the angel ladies come to her house. And one of the angel ladies came up to her and said to her something along the lines of like, your friend who just recently lost somebody, she wants you to know that like she's okay, type of deal. And like we related it to my mom because it was not long after my mom had died. So a couple years ago, somebody I know started mentioning these angel ladies. And I was like, I want to do that. And I did. And I have I have the whole session recorded. And I don't know, if you don't believe in stuff like that, it might seem weird, but like they knew stuff about my family who had passed away that was just like, it was weird. But they convinced me to have a third child. I had my third child when I was 31. Um, but it was like, it was wild. Like they knew my grandparents' names. I'll let you guys listen to it sometime. I have the whole recording, but I had
That's
forgotten
so
Oh
about
my
it.
cool.
Wow.
gosh. I'm gonna
Yeah.
call the angel ladies and ask them to convince you to go to like Aruba with us.
That's where she takes that. She's like,
If they can convince you, we've got this. We've got this
If they can
planned.
convince me that I'm going to live a long, happy life and be here for my kids, fuck it, we're going to Aruba.
oh my God. I love that that's where you went. That is
I know,
fantastic.
sorry about that. That's just my brain.
Yep.
Wow. You ladies want to
But
come on the podcast?
Oh my,
What?
This
yeah,
may
let me
well
see
be
how long
one
the
of the same
recording is.
angel ladies. These angel
Oh, I
ladies
Googled
live
them
in
too.
California.
Is that them?
I don't know. They did, yeah, probably. Let me look.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Yeah,
spooky
so
things, man.
we are going to do next episode another round of Fuck, Marry, Kill. But in order to tease a little bit of that, I thought, what if we do a few spooky FMKs right now?
Let's do
I
it
love it.
before we sign off.
Yeah, before we sign off. All right, so what about the Sanderson sisters?
Sarah. So Sarah
Boom.
is
Sarah
um
Jessica
Sarah
Parker.
is Sarah Jessica Parker, and I would marry her because she's hilarious.
Agreed.
I would kill Mary because she kind of annoyed me, and I would fuck Winifred.
Winifred's
Bette Midler.
Midler. I'm the same. Mine would be the same. What about you,
That's
Shug?
funny.
No surprise. I have no idea. I've never watched that movie.
What?
I've watched the beginning of the movie like when I was young, and my parents shut it off because the beginning of the movie they're like on the stake for being
Oh,
hoe
yeah,
bags,
witches.
right?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was yeah.
They're
So,
witches.
Oh my god.
witches, but I think they were also promiscuous witches, weren't they?
I don't know.
Witches. All I know is that my parents were like, "This is not the family Halloween movie we were imagining," and shut it off. So no clue. No clue.
Movie. All right, how about this one, Shug? Harry, Ron, or Hermione?
That is like not a fair question at all.
Yes, it is. Do it.
No, can I pick someone else?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
You
I
want
guess
mine?
I would.
I'm ready.
I guess I would probably marry I can't even say it. Hermione.
Hermione. Yes, you're good.
Oh gosh. I guess kill Ron and fuck Harry. I don't know. That one's tough.
That one's not tough. Oh, I marry Ron, I fuck Harry, and I kill Hermione.
What did she do to
I'm not sorry.
I would have thought. Yeah, what did she do to you?
She's too smart. I need someone more on my level. That's Ron.
All right, what about Professor Snape, Dobby, or Draco Malfoy?
Oh, I know this one automatically too. Did I blank for a minute? Sorry. I'm sorry, but I kill Dobby. I fuck Draco and I marry Snape.
Oh.
Snape's a good guy.
Man.
And Draco probably he seems like a freak. All right, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
And last one, Edward, Bella, or Jacob?
Go, Shug. This is you.
Oh my gosh, I'd kill Bella for sure so that I could have Edward and Jacob to myself. I would be the next milky skin princess in their lives.
I'm about to pee my pants.
It was wonderful being back.
It was. This was good.
All right, well, that's all of them.
Well, whoever's in charge of the outro.
That's me. I'll do it.
Just read outro.
Outro. Here's the outro. The outro is find us on our socials. We still have retreat info up. If you're interested, let us know. It's going to be fun. And if you have done cool costumes or, what do you love about Halloween? Drop it in the comments below. And happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Boo.
Yeah, I want to see everybody's Halloween costumes. For sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to need to start a thread of this because we got to I want to be somebody from can I dress as Emily Rath for you?
I gotta go. I love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.